Good afternoon. My name is Katie Terrell, and I'm so thankful to be here with you today. Welcome back to Transformation Thursdays, where we highlight some of our agency's powerful work in Northeast Louisiana. I am responsible here for leading our special initiatives at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority. On today's episode, we will focus on Recovery Month. Every September, our agency hosts special events centered on recovery. We will dive deeper into the purpose and the value of Recovery Month here in just a few minutes. Our mission at Northeast Delta is to serve as a catalyst for individuals with mental health, developmental disabilities, and addictive disorders to help them realize their full human potential by offering quality, excellent care with greater accessibility. Our vision is to build a unified Northeast Louisiana where individuals are thriving and reaching their full human potential. The three tenets that guide our actions are greater access to services, excellent customer service, and quality, competent care. It is Thursday, September 11th, 2025. September is Recovery Month. On today's episode, we are going to highlight the why behind Recovery Month, and we are going to provide information about some exciting events coming up for Recovery Month in the next few weeks. This is a significant event every year for our agency, and our team is so excited to see you at one of our upcoming events. We are fortunate today to have two of our own on the episode. So we have Miss Janice Rogers. She is our Director of Integrated Care here at Northeast Delta Human Services Authority. And then we also have Miss Etienne, who is our Opioid Use Disorder Prevention Manager. So let's welcome them both into Transformation Thursdays today.
Hello.
Hi, Janice. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Katie.
Hello there.
So just to kind of kick us off and get the conversation started about Recovery Month, Kara, can you tell us a little bit more about what Recovery Month is?
Okay, so Recovery Month is a national observance that's held every year in September across the country. The whole purpose for it is that we like to celebrate the achievements of individuals that are in recovery. We like to celebrate those who are working with those individuals in recovery daily, because we know that it is some very hard work and also requires a lot of time and commitment. So it's not just for those individuals in recovery, but also those who help them. We also like to take the time to educate the public about addiction. A lot of times there's a lot of misinformation, and you find with misinformation there is stigma. So we like to use that opportunity to highlight different components and make sure that we are putting information out that is actual factual, and letting people know that while addiction is a very difficult disease, that there are individuals who are actually thriving and living in recovery. It also allows us the opportunity for those individuals who are suffering with addiction to feel like they're being seen and heard, which allows us to also work with them to connect them back and connect them to treatment. And then it helps also to promote recovery-friendly environments through a lot of the activities that we'll be hosting that we'll be talking more about.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That was such a great overall explanation of what Recovery Month is and why it's so important, not only to us, but to the nation as a whole.
Yes.
So to switch over a little bit, Ms. Rogers, why is Recovery Month so important to our clients as well as our community as a whole here in Northeast Louisiana?
Oh, just piggybacking a bit off of what Kara said, I do just want to really emphasize that Recovery Month is much more than just a symbolic observance. It's a public health, a community, a personal empowerment movement. It really helps to remind us that recovery is not the exception, but that it's possible for millions and millions of individuals, and that recovery truly, truly deserves to be celebrated. To give you a bit more information of just why Recovery Month is important, I'd like to say that it really helps to reduce stigma. And it's very unfortunate that even in today's society and how far we have come, that substance use disorders and also mental health conditions are still very widely misunderstood. We get a chance during the month of September to celebrate celebrate success, honor resiliency for those that are in recovery, but also to those who provide support to those individuals. We get to, in essence, honor an entire community, the families, the providers, and the individual themselves. We really get to see the message that recovery is something to be proud of. Don't hide it. You come across this journey, you're living it, you're breathing it, you're making it through your recovery efforts. It really helps to make sure that we are honoring those, inspiring hope and resiliency amongst the community. It helps to really save lives, honestly, build community and inspire hope. And tying that into the other agenda that we're focused on during this particular month, which is about suicide prevention and awareness, there are several different factors that carry over from recovery and also suicide. One I'd like to say definitely is hope, helping individuals to know that there's a belief that things can and will be better. There's also connection to a recovery community, peers, support groups, treatment programs, just helping to build those protective factors that reduce isolation. And we know that isolation is a major risk factor for suicide. Another, I believe, is definitely empowerment. Teaching individuals to make sure that they work within themselves, being capable of growth, helping to reduce any feelings of helplessness, and then helping the individual connect to a larger meaning and purpose. That ultimately also helps to build resiliency as well. But overall, working with the individual from a recovery-oriented perspective really, really helps to improve coping skills, lower suicidal ideation, just by emphasizing hope, autonomy, and resiliency amongst the entire population.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I think that something I really appreciate that both of you have touched on is the positivity that surrounds Recovery Month. I think when people think of recovery and or suicide awareness, it automatically seems to be a negative, but really bringing out the celebration that is recovery and looking at it more as a positive for people who are going through it, people who have gone through it, to really celebrate the accomplishment that is. So I really appreciate both of you kind of hitting on the positive side of Recovery Month. So Kara, I know that our prevention and wellness team has quite a few events planned this month. Can you tell us a little bit about those events? And then something else that I've heard a little bit about is that there's a theme for Recovery Month. So tell us a little bit more about that as well.
Okay, so the national theme is Recovery is Real. And REAL is an acronym for restoring every aspect of life. So I really, when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, they picked a really good one. And so that's the national theme that is selected by SAMHSA. So everywhere you go across the nation, anyone that's hosting a recovery event, that will be the theme that will be displayed throughout. So we have several events that are going to take place throughout the month. Our first one will be this Saturday. We're partnering with Freedom Fitness Ministries for a recovery run. And that is going to be a 1K, 5K run that's going to take place this Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, registration will begin at 7:30, and it's going to be at 104 Shenny Drive in West Monroe. If anyone that's not familiar with that area, it's kind of like the Balkanville area, but out not far from or near the lake that they have out there. It's a beautiful park area, trees, wooded. So don't worry about if the sun is out and it's going to be hot. It is very shaded, very comfortable, and a very beautiful area to walk through that they have the run set for. This is the third annual one that's being done, but as our second year partnering with them. So that's the other thing that we like to do. We like to find individuals that if they've already got things going, that we can partner with and kind of add on what it is, our resources that we have to help make the event as big and as best as it can be. And so Freedom Fitness Ministry is our partner in that one on that. And again, that's this Saturday, the 13th. Registration begins at 7:30 a.m. And then our next big event is going to be our Recovery Day celebration. That's going to take place on Friday, September the 19th at the Louisiana Purchase Gardens and Zoo Pavilion. It will be from 10 to 2. This will also be our third annual. Anyone that has been there before know that it is a day full of fun, everything from food to live music to activities, Kona Ice. We even last year was our first year at the zoo. And so we even had tickets to where individuals could, if they wanted to, they could go over and actually go to the zoo as well. So we're going to be offering that again on this year. So again, it's a day of fun at the Louisiana Purchase Garden and Zoo Pavilion, which is just across from the entrance to the main part of the zoo. Then we're also going to have a Sober Vibes movie premiere that's going to take place at Bayou Point on September the 17th from 4 to 6. This is in partnership with our contract that we have with Second Chances. And so this is going to be a sober movie that highlights the sobriety. And then after that, there will be a discussion about the movie, and just everyone is able to either ask questions about, any experiences or any thoughts that they may have, or just share some pointers on their viewpoint of what sobriety and sober living is like. And then our final event for the month is going to be our open mic night that is going to take place on September the 25th. I believe that's the last Thursday in this month at True Relief. And it's going to be, when we say open mic, a lot of times when you hear open mic, you just think spoken word poetry, which was what we did last year. But this year, we're going to change it up and add a little something. So it's also going to be music as well, because a lot of people like to express themselves in a variety of ways. So if you like music, if you like spoken word, that is the event to come out. Again, all of these events, regardless of where the location is, they are all sober events, so there's no alcohol or anything that will be sold. It's going to be a fun time. It is all free for anyone that is wanting to attend. To find out more information about those, I simply like to tell people, if you are not, y'all know our slogan, follow the Phoenix. So please follow our Facebook page. Each event is going to be posted there, and the link to register will be provided. Another thing about events that we throw and we provide is that it is of no cost to the public. So it does not cost anything at all to attend. It is all family friendly. So you are welcome to bring yourself and anyone else in your family that would like to come out and join and support us. And in addition to having those fun events, we also provide information on how to access any of our services within our system. So follow the Phoenix on all our social media platforms.
Thank you, Kara. Yeah, that's something that I think we have so much going on. It's true. It's not just in September. We have so much going on throughout the year. We obviously have a lot going on in September. So one way to stay up to date with that is to follow us on our social media channels, because we really do a great job of providing links to register, providing more information. It's a pretty constant stream of information. So please, if you haven't already, which you might be watching this through our social media channels right now, but if you haven't already, please follow us and follow the Phoenix on all of our social media channels. So Ms. Rogers, can you talk a little bit more about if someone is currently in recovery, or they just want more resources related to recovery and they're considering maybe engaging with one of our clinics, how can they connect with our network of services?
Generally, if anyone is interested in receiving services from any of our clinics, they're able to contact us at the clinic nearest to them, or they can call our 1-800 number, 1-800-256-2522, and they'll be able to get routed to the appropriate persons. They'll be able to ask any questions that they may have about the services that we offer, and also they'll be able to schedule an appointment to come in to get an intake assessment completed as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's something that we definitely don't ever want there to be a barrier with contacting us if you are looking for resources. So there are multiple ways to get in contact with us. Please just reach out in any way that you feel comfortable. So Thank you both so much for all of the information that you provided today. I know that we gave quite a bit of information, especially related to these upcoming events. We do look forward to seeing everyone who's watching now at least one of our Recovery Month events coming up. If you are interested in attending an event, please find those registration links as they're posted on our social media platforms. If you want more information about any of our services at Northeast Delta HSA, just like Ms. Rogers was saying, please visit our website at nedeltahsa.org or call 800-256-2522. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in today, and thank you again to our wonderful in-house guests, Ms. Janice Rogers and Ms. Kara Etienne. I encourage you to follow the Phoenix on social media through Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, X at NEDelta HSA. And we just encourage you to go be great today, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody. See you at one of the events.